A reported 300 million barrels and counting of recoverable oil has been discovered in South Sudan. I spoke to business analyst Akol Dok on the significance of this discovery and what it means for the future of the industry and Sudan's economy.
This is good news because what it is, it means that there's going to be more production. And the increase in production, it means more revenue for the government and more opportunities in the country. Just to give a brief background, the Honorable Minister of Petroleum, Daniel Chong, said that there is 37 million barrels, and about 20% of the 37 is recoverable, 5.3 million, which means this is 5.3 million barrels that can be sold into the market, which is a great thing. And there's already existing infrastructure in that area. And so this is good because this production can start soon, within the next 6 months.
Right. How is this going to impact the economy immediately and then down the line?
It's going to impact the economy immediately because now the current operators there can begin to invest in this and seek to increase production. Now you know that there's a direct way to make revenue from this, direct production, and it's going to bring in more revenue immediately within the next 6 months.
You know, it's reported that 70% of South Sudan, the territory remains underexplored. So what is the next step? Is there a local body that is identifying other areas for exploration, or?
Yes, the Minister of Petroleum has taken initiatives to seek that other areas are explored. And he said this in the press conference yesterday. He said that we want to know where we can make other discoveries and where can we find that there's legitimate recoverable oil there. That's the most important thing.
You know, something that's widely known about South Sudan is that it's very rich in oil. It's sitting on reportedly billions of proven oil reserves. What is in place, or is there anything in place that's designed to protect South Sudan from being exploited, or is there any protected areas?
Yes, well, the most important thing is with these discoveries, first of all, South Sudan has about 3 billion oil sitting under. That's the third largest in sub-Saharan Africa after Nigeria and after Angola, which is positive. And second, South Sudan has existing infrastructure in northern Upper Nile State, in Ruweng State, and in northern Lech State and southern Lech States. They have existing infrastructure. What has been set up now is mechanisms, including the Petroleum Act of 2012, which has a framework of how oil companies should interact with the government, interact with their respective communities, and different other relative stakeholders.
Okay, so South Sudan and Sudan are reportedly in talks for collaborating to repump oil at a faster pace. Why don't you tell us about that collaboration?
Well, to understand that is that when South Sudan became independent in 2011, it inherited a lot of the infrastructure that was developed by the then Sudan government. So this partnership is important because the existing pipeline that goes to Port Sudan is still being used by the South Sudan government, and the South Sudan government pays the Sudan government a fee for that. So these partnerships benefit both Sudan and South Sudan, and there's also an interdependence between these two nations. The increase in oil production in Sudan will also benefit South Sudan, will also benefit Sudan.
Right. Before we let you go, Akol, why don't you tell us about the petroleum licensing round that's coming up soon?
Well, the Minister of Petroleum is going to be launching a petroleum licensing round, which is going to be coming up soon, which is going to offer opportunities for companies to come and bid, to come and develop and produce oil in South Sudan, different aspects. And this is going to be launched in the coming months. So people should be looking forward to that.